On Saturday, we told you about a motorcycle crash on the Mackinac Bridge. At the time, information was scarce, with us only receiving a video of the aftermath and confirmation from police that the crash had in fact happened, leaving us to keep searching for what caused the crash and whether the rider or riders survived. Tonight, MyUP's Skylar Perkins tells us mystery still surrounds the cause of the crash, but the riders were able to walk away.
It's almost like one of the Final Destination, movie or something,
A motorcycle wiped out and blocking traffic on the Mackinac Bridge. That's all we could tell you about the situation on Saturday, leaving both passers-by and people online to hope for the best for the fate of whoever was riding the bike during the crash. That is, at least until that rider commented on our video.
We're fortunate to be alive, and it was a scary moment.
That's Jeff Hall, a road worker and motorcycle rider from Cadillac. That morning, he put the bike up on the stand, giving it a once-over before he and his wife Marcy left the house for a day trip to the UP, which is when all this happened. And by all this, from the drive-by video, it doesn't look like the bike crashed into anything, but a keen eye may have already caught a clue.
I looked at the bike and I'm like, oh my God, there's no wheel on it.
While it wasn't even apparent to him when it happened, Jeff says the rear wheel came off, causing the bike to buck them both into the busy bridge traffic. Here's how Jeff describes it.
It wasn't alarming at first, but I could sense, something wasn't quite right.
On the bridge, the bustle of traffic put them on the grates instead of the concrete. Then, over the iconic hum,
Shia was actually hearing the bolts come out of the back wheel. She thought I had change falling out of my pocket.
Jeff says the bike started to feel like it had a flat tire, but
as soon as that thought process got into my head, it was like we hit a landmine.
And before he knew it,
we got kicked up.
He and Marcy were thrown onto the bridge deck and into the middle of traffic. But luckily, all the drivers driving behind were able to stop before reaching them. Jeff was disoriented, but all in one piece, immediately trying to check on his wife.
I take off running towards her.
As did a trained first responder who just happened to be in one of the first cars stopped behind them.
Yeah, she was a first responder right there. And
they would find Marcy suffered a cut on her head and a broken bone in her hand, and Jeff a cracked rib. But overall, they were okay. As for how that wheel came off...
No, I didn't torque spec check the rear wheel before we left.
But he did inspect the bike.
Reaching up, laying down on the ground, hitting the rear brake, checking side-to-side plate. Everything was tight when we left the house. That's what just baffles me,
Whatever the cause, Jeff says, with everything that can go wrong on the road...
Definitely go over your bikes, man. If something happens, man... you ain't got much of a chance of survival, really.
For MyUP News, I'm Skylar Perkins.
Wow, thank you, Skylar. Frightening situation there. In other news, Governor